Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Blue and I have just witnessed my second game of today. Norwich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Norwich equalising 96 and a half minutes into a game that had 95 minutes with the injury time. A bit of a interesting, controversial late end. Mario Vrancic curling in a free kick. I had the stop clock on 96 and a half minutes. Norwich get another late goal here at Carrow Road. They rescue a point that puts them 5 points clear of both Sheffield United and Leeds on a ridiculous day in the Championship, with Sheffield United winning earlier, Leeds losing at home to 10-man Wigan, and it looked like Norwich were going to follow suit. Let me tell you, whichever team you support, I've seen all of the top three teams very recently, and I've seen them all not play very well very recently, and I think it's a very nervy time at the top of the table. I think Norwich probably have done enough now with that huge 8-game winning streak. I think they were in a pretty unassailable position, but only 3 points in the last 3 games without Buendia, but he is back. And if they win on Monday at Stoke and results go for them, they can be promoted then. Anyway, here is what happened today. Norwich lineup 4-2-3-1, and Todd Cantwell did get dropped. We wondered whether Farker would keep him in on a position of principle because he's a kind of Norwich youth guy. But he is out, and Norwich lineup, so Krul in goal, Aaron Zimmerman, Godfrey Lewis, Tribal and McLean. When I saw the lineup, I thought McLean would be further forward and Leitner would be back sitting in centre midfield. But no, Leitner is up with Stiepermann and Hernandez in that 3 off the front. Pukki, obviously the league's top scorer, is the focal point centre forward there. Wednesday, 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1, 4-5-1 without the ball, basically. Dawson in goal. I believe Westwood was injured in the warm-up. Dawson had an interesting first half, let's just say. Iorfa, Lees, Hector, Palmer, the back 4. Matthias, Hutchinson, Anoma and Boyd, the midfield 4. No Barry Bannon in there. Forestieri sort of playing off Fletcher, and then as the game wears on, he starts to move out to the left hand side. Even start to this one. Forestieri buys a couple of fouls. You can tell within 2 minutes of this game that Maurice Leitner does not particularly know what he's doing playing forward in a 4-2-3-1, immediately kind of gravitating backwards straight away, and that was a bit of a theme. Leitner not looking particularly comfortable in that position. 6, Wednesday well forward, Fletcher, 2 efforts, block Norwich, lightning counter, we know how they can do it. Hernandez onto Leitner, onto Pukki, nice feet by him, into the box, he drives it, and it's over the top from about 15 yards. On 8, big boot forward, crazy from Dawson. He goes to the edge of the box. Now there's 2 Sheffield Wednesday defenders. They're waiting for the ball to come. There are 2 Sheffield Wednesday defenders between the next nearest Norwich player, which I guess would be Pukki, charging, and I've not seen a replay. Seemed to be a lot of confusion in the stadium. The ref pulls out the yellow card for a handball because Dawson presumably did not deny a goal scoring opportunity. We see goalkeepers, if they charge out and there's a forward running onto it, we see red cards for that. But a lot of Norwich fans seem to be confused in the stadium, and I would guess that would be the reasoning. No obvious goal scoring opportunity, so just the yellow card for the deliberate all handball decisions are deliberate handballs. So, but that seemed to be the first source of irritation for Norwich with the referee. But Dawson completely got his distances all in a kerfuffle there. Stiepermann lashes the free kick at goal with the left foot straight at Dawson, but it's a really fast, firm shot, and he gets a hand up to push that one away. Good goalkeeping after some very bad goalkeeping. 10, Forestieri, right-footed from way out. Forestieri, the first of a few long ranges here. Krul, very unconvincing. The ball bounces in front of him, but it's come a long way. Doesn't get his feet sorted out, kind of spills it to its side, obviously because the shot was from so far back. Fletcher not in any position to follow that one in, and Krul gets away with that first spillage of the game there. 13, great play by Wednesday here. Surprised at this. Steve Bruce's team playing some good football here. Quick one-touch stuff out to the left, floated to the back post. Fletcher's up, but I think he's well marshalled there by the Norwich defence. Can't get really any power on his header, and it loops over the top. Iorfa slips Boyd through here. Boyd's offside, puts the ball into the back of the net. Not given. Now, key moment here, because Arnel Hernandez drifts across from the left into a kind of inside right position. Norwich very good at recycling those, rotating those three positions there. And that's key for the next 2 minutes, because Norwich are going to have a huge chance and then they're going to score from this. First of all, Stiepermann, he picks up the 10 position, the pockets there, well, a little bit deeper because Hernandez has gone ahead of him. He feeds it through to Hernandez and he is in on goal into the area. He hits it with the right foot. Oh dear, he should score this one. Dawson is down. Hernandez clean through on goal. Dawson stretched out the right foot. Norwich tear through the middle of Sheffield Wednesday. That bit of movement and that rotation really did for Wednesday there. Should have been 1-0, and 3 minutes later it is 1-0. Hernandez realises this is a good furrow for him to plough, and they take the lead here on 19 minutes. Stiepermann finding space again. They don't pick up in the gaps here Wednesday. Quite rigid with that back four, and Norwich able to find spaces in front of it for a lot of the first half. He tries to work an angle here. Hernandez, after Stiepermann plays him through, is fed back to Stiepermann, edge of the box. He takes a touch and he does everything right here. He gets it out of his feet, and you're looking for power and you're looking to get it into the corner. He hits it really, really well, nice and low into the corner. Too hard for Dawson, who's a big guy anyway. He's not going to get down to save that, and Norwich take the lead on 19 minutes. Wednesday had been warned when Hernandez found those spaces, and Stiepermann dropping in, finding spaces as well there. So there was a warning. Norwich take the lead there. 22, Zimmerman. He's good with these diagonal balls, actually. Good outlet for Norwich. It goes knocked wide to the right. Great combo for Aarons, and he's in and into the box on the byline. Crosses low for Pukki. He tries to direct it goalwards. It's right-footed, but it's blocked out by the Wednesday defenders. Norwich well on top here, but the next action is going to be the equalising goal, and this has to be one of the best goals. I'm coming up for 70 championship games I've seen this season, and this is a hell of a goal by Fernando Forestieri. We're on 32 minutes. As I say, Wednesday had a reasonable period before Norwich took over and started finding those pockets. Nothing really after the Norwich goal, so this a little bit against the run of play. Forestieri picks the ball up. He's way out from goal, easily 30 yards. He shifts to his right. It's on his right foot, and he absolutely smashes this one, angling towards the top corner to Krul's right-hand side. The keeper gets a look at it. It's a long way out, but Forestieri absolutely belts this one. It's flying into the top corner. Krul, full dive, but no way is anybody saving that. A brilliant equaliser for Sheffield Wednesday. What a goal by Forestieri. 1-1. Carrow Road silence there. Pelopessi comes in for Hutchison. That must be an injury there straight after the goal. Bit of shell shock in the stadium. Wednesday managed to kind of get their shape back and stop those pockets. Maybe the midfield dropping back a little bit off there. Maybe Pelopessi a bit more mobile. Maybe Hutchison was injured when Norwich was finding all those spaces. Who knows? 45, Iorfa gives it away here. Tribal. Stiepermann crossed in low to Pukki on the near post. He misses his kick there. Stoppage time. Aarons in off the right. Another good chance for Norwich this. Drives inside. Give and go with Hernandez. Aarons keeps on bustling through. They can't touch him because they don't want to give away the penalty. In he goes towards the 6-yard box. Can he sort his feet out and get the left-footed shot? He can, but he doesn't get enough on it. And again, Dawson saves with his feet. 2 one-on-ones, 2 big chances missed by Norwich in that first half. So we go in at half-time, 1-1. Even start here. Wednesday edged it up to about 15. Then Norwich really took over, finding all those pockets of space. Stiepermann on the ball. Hernandez drifting about. Big chance for Hernandez. Stiepermann scores the goal. Norwich then settle. They're the better side, and then just that incredible equaliser. And Norwich end the first half strongly. Again, good chance for Aaron's. Could have been 3-1. We go in at half-time. 1-1 here. Norwich, the three off the front, rotating beautifully, moving around, and then it's just up to McLean and Tribal to slip the balls through to them. And when they managed to do that, they did look very dangerous. Sheffield Wednesday more expansive than I remember. I saw them play against Sheffield United, and they really kind of parked the bus and bored me senseless in that one, but played it around quite nicely. So obviously improving under Steve Bruce. A lot of experienced players, and Fletcher, he's clever. He gave Godfrey and Zimmerman a hard game up there. Contests everything. Fletcher, wily, old player. Into the second half, and it seemed like just from the kickoff, Sheffield Wednesday just kind of got they lobbed it into the corner and just kind of piled onto Norwich, and right from there, really, we saw the warning signs for Norwich in this half that Sheffield Wednesday were going to be a bit of a tough ask here. Leitner swings the corner in on 49 from the left. Zimmerman throws himself at it. He misses it. Seems to hit Godfrey in the face and just kind of drift wide. There, on 50, good save here from Krul. Chipped over the top. Fletcher is stretching this defence there. They're looking for him on the counter-attack. Bit of pinball. It's worked back to Forestieri. Again on that right foot. He's closer in this time. Another really good shot by Forestieri. Curling for the top corner. Krul's not having it this time. Great save by him. Diving off to the left. Sheffield Wednesday did not create many, if any, big chances today. We'll talk about one in a minute. But their long-range shooting was good. They really did give Norwich trouble. And they used the opportunities they've got and kind of maximised them quite well, I thought, today. And they're going to take the lead. They're going to shock Carrow Road here. 53 minutes, and it is 2-1 to Sheffield Wednesday. Boyd is down the left. He's with Aarons, and he's kind of dillies and he dallies, and you kind of think, what's he going to do? You know, Aarons is 12 years younger than you, probably even more than that. I don't know Boyd's age. You're not going to get past him, but he keeps hold of it, and that allows Palmer to get up and support him. And we know Palmer's got a right foot playing left back, so Palmer receives the ball, and when he crosses it, he can get the in-swinger. Now, because Boyd has dillied and dallied with it, that's given Onoma the chance to get into the box and get forward, and he ghosts in there. Palmer crosses it in. Onoma goes for the header on the near post. I don't know if he gets anything on it. I'm in the stadium. I haven't seen any replays. I've been watching on Sky. Don't know if he gets a touch. The ball is now heading to the far post. I don't know if it changed trajectory. From my angle, I couldn't tell. Fletcher and Krul converge together, and it's bundled into the net. I don't think Krul covered himself in glory. Fact check me on that one if you've already seen the replay, but it looked like he either had to push that one out, do something decisive, or block out Fletcher. But Fletcher is wily. He sniffed it out and he bundles it over the line, and it is 2-1 Sheffield Wednesday. Goodness me, what a comeback here. Immediately this happens. Forestieri off out to the left-hand side. Boyd kind of tucks in a little bit. You've got a 4-5-1 with Forestieri kind of trying to join in as and where he can. Now 55, long straight ball forward by Norwich. Poor header by Dominic Iorfa here. Steeperman straight onto it, hits it on a half volley, first time on the angle, left-footed just wide. Good effort by Steeperman. Whistles past Dawson's post. 64, Aarons, Pookie, back to Aarons. Aarons comes forward from right back. Lovely cross by Max Aarons. McLean has got forward now. We didn't see the two centre midfielders breaking at all in this game, but he gets forward, he gets to the near post, gets a good header on this one, and it just flies wide past the post. Now we get Barry Bannon for Josh Onoma. So straight swap here. You lose a bit of physicality from Onoma going off, but you get all that quality that Bannon's got. We know he's a great passer, one of the better passers in the league, the stats tell us. 69, Hector, big diagonal free kick. Iorfa up. Fletcher is in the drop zone. Again, they go for the long ranger. Fletcher, he's 20 yards out, hits it left foot, half volley, flying to Tim Krul's left, and he pushes it round the post. Another good save there from the long ranger by the Norwich goalkeeper. 71, Forestieri goes through Aarons right on the edge of the area. Aarons falls into the box, but the referee wants this one as a free kick. Norwich bench, Norwich fans, Norwich players putting a lot of heat on the referee here in this period. 74, Barron, he's orchestrating it, worked into Forestieri, another 30-yarder here, and it curls just wide. Low XG chances if you follow those stats, but testing Krul and troubling him a lot of times here. Lucas João comes in 75. He's going to play down the left in Forestieri's position. Off goes Forestieri. What a brilliant goal by Forestieri there, one of the best I've seen this season. I'll remember his performance just because of that goal today. 79, Mario Vrancic comes on. Look out for him later on in the game. Vrancic on for Tribal. Leitner seems, before Vrancic has even come on, Leitner's already ran back into central midfield. Maurice Leitner is a really, really good player, but I'd be interested in what Norwich fans think in the comments. Didn't work for me at all in that position, and thank God Norwich will be thinking that Buendia is back, because he is going to go straight into that position for the next game for Norwich. Boyd, yellow here for pulling back Aaron's. Dennis Rabani comes on for Jamal Lewis. I'm thinking we're going to get the 3-4-3 that I was at Norwich's last game at Wigan that Daniel Farker did there, but no, McLean kind of goes into a left back position a bit deeper, so we do still get a back four. Remember, this would normally be Jordan Rhodes coming on here for Norwich, but obviously he's blocked by Sheffield Wednesday, who own his registration. So McLean goes left back. Vrancic joins Leitner in central midfield. Shrabani's going to be in the three off the front behind Timu Pukki. 85 is a chance for Sheffield Wednesday here. Big overload, and they make the wrong decision. Bannon to Fletcher. They're up on the right hand side of the box. Fed back through to Bannon. They're in the box. He could get a shot off here, and he tries to play it back to Fletcher. One too many chances. Oh, they could have put away a third killer goal there in a great position. Bad call, rare from Bannon. 91, Tim Closer comes on for Arnel Hernandez, and they just picked their tallest sub and slung him up front, the big guy Tim Closer there. So there'd been a lot of catcalling and whistling and stuff for Cameron Dawson. Ref holds up 5 minutes injury time. Now, I thought it might be 6 or 7, given that officials seem really hot on giving loads of stoppage time the last few weeks I've been at games. But I have to say, as soon as that 5 goes up, really, you've got to kind of try and stick to that. And unless there's a stoppage within that 5 minutes, yeah. So we'll see what happens next. So 93, big breakaway again for Wednesday. Norwich committing men forward. Lucas João into the box on the left-hand side. Pukki's tracked him all the way back, but João's big, rangy, powerful player gets into the box, can't sort his feet out. Fletcher's with him, and they clear it out, block it out. As we come up to 95 and a half minutes, and I believe this is where the foul takes place. So possibly only maybe 30 seconds over. So I guess if there was a stoppage in there, I was in the stadium. I did have my stopwatch for the stoppage time. I know the goal goes in on 96:30, so I don't know when the foul was committed. But yeah, really, really tight here. Must have been literally seconds to go. If they see that attack out, Norwich don't get this free kick, and they don't get the chance for Mario Vrancic here. I was at Elland Road when Mario Vrancic scored a lovely left-footed free kick. I think that one took a little knock off the wall. This one is not going to. So Norwich win the free kick, edge of the box, I guess just right of centre. I think Leitner's there, Vrancic is there. Leitner's been taking set plays all day. Vrancic is the sub. Up steps Vrancic. 96, 28, 29, up steps Vrancic, 96 minutes, 30 seconds, curls the ball over the wall and into the top corner, and Norwich get seemingly their, I don't know, 5th, 6th stoppage time, even just at Carrow Road, these late goals. They get the equalising goal, and it is 2-2. The game kicks back off, and it's full time straight away. Norwich pretty much score with the last kick of the game. My goodness me, in context, over the whole game, Norwich probably didn't deserve to lose, given that they missed 2 big chances in the first half. That said, through the arc of the game, Wednesday played the second half really quite well. They stopped Norwich, they slowed them down, their game management was good, they tried to stem the flow. Norwich forced a lot of corners. Wednesday headed everything away. They got in quickly on Norwich's tricky players. They tested Krul with long range shots, and when they did get a chance, okay, they bundled it over the line. You can say it's a shithouse performance, but how shithousey was that first goal by Forest the area? Brilliant first goal. So I thought over the arc of the game, Wednesday had played the second half really well, but maybe in the big picture, Norwich possibly didn't deserve to lose because they could have been 3-1 up at half-time. So look, if you are a Sheffield Wednesday fan, you've got to be pleased with that performance, although disappointed that you didn't get the 3 points. Long range, it's not necessarily viable that you're going to score a worldie from long range, and that's going to be all of your kind of goal scoring efforts. I haven't looked back and seen the shot count and whatnot. I know Fletcher had a couple drop, but they put 2 goals on the board. You can't say much fairer than that away from home. And Steve Bruce has improved Sheffield Wednesday so much since Josh Lahukai left just before Christmas. So if you're a Wednesday fan, I guess it's not going to be playoffs. I guess that's unlikely, but you must be pleased with the improvement and signs ahead of next year, depending on what the FFP situation there is with Mr. Chansiri. If you're a Norwich fan, be interested to know your thoughts. I always think in a promotion chase, when you're losing, and this was the same for Norwich at Wigan last week, you don't really know how much the single point actually makes. Obviously, it's great in any game to go from 0 points to 1 point, but when you think of the big picture, it just gives Norwich a little help, but it's not actually that big a deal. All their hard work was done in the 8-game streak. So they're 5 points clear. There's 3 games to go. So if everybody wins on Monday, Norwich would be 5 clear with 2 to go. Obviously, if I suppose you have a situation now. Yeah, so that point is important. If Norwich draw now their next game and one or other of Sheffield United or Leeds are defeated, then Norwich are pretty much 1 point away with 2 to go. So look, every point here is important, but you see what I'm getting at. Those 3 pointers are so valuable now in this run. It's been a crazy day with Leeds losing. It's been a great day for Sheffield United. They've made 3 points on Leeds and 2 points on Norwich in one game. I guess they're really the net winners of this day today. I think they thought they were out of it. In terms of Norwich, look, they're going to go to Stoke, is it, on Monday. They've just got to go there and win. They'll have Buendia back. Very interested to see whether Leitner goes back out of the team. He goes to what was working really well in that winning streak, and it will be McLean and Tribal in midfield. Leitner's an excellent player, really good player, but he's just not the first choice centre midfielder, and he's not suited to playing that role further up the pitch there. So be interested to see what Farker does. Norwich should be on the verge of promotion, but it does start to get a bit squeaky if they were to lose to Stoke and the 2 other teams win. Then all of a sudden you've got a 2-point gap and a real challenge. Although remember, Leeds have that big Villa game, Norwich have that big Villa game. Norwich should be able to get this done. Stranger things have happened in the Championship, and what Norwich fans I'm sure are going to say in the comments is when Buendia comes back, their chances of winning seemingly statistically go up exponentially. I am absolutely knackered, so I'm going to drive home. I've done 2 games today, so please be kind in the comments. Feel free to fact check me on anything. Just please be polite. We try and keep this channel a sensible corner of YouTube rather than the slanging and swearing and shouting that we get elsewhere. But I'll not do my abuse rant. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the season. I think we can be a bit nicer to each other, us football fans. Thumbs up, subscribe. I guess I'll do a review possibly on Sunday night, review stroke preview type thing, and I'll chart my day today doing 2 matches in one day. Thank you all for watching, and see you again on Monday. Who knows what the hell's going to happen next? I'm not going to predict anything after today. Thank you for watching. Sorry I've gone a bit long. See you soon.